Would you like to know how the chain restaurants kick our ass as independents, right? The sales. All too often they have better sales than we do. They have better costs. They have managers who do their job. They have multiple thousands of locations with no owners in them. How do they do that? Well, I'm going to share that with you, and we're going to switch it. We're going to help us as independents. Restaurant Management 101 for independents. That's what we're looking for, right? Is putting those systems in place, the same systems that chains use without losing our independence. We love our guests, we love our employees, but we are going to do what they do, and that's make money, right? It's not become cold and sterile, but that there's a system, a process, a way to doing anything and everything in your business. That's your way. Hey, if you like the idea of this tip, do me a favor, click the like button, hit the subscribe button, and oh yeah, that bell. Make sure you hit that so you're notified every time a new video comes up. And if you're looking for more restaurant resources, check out my podcast, The Restaurant Prosperity Formula, found on all major podcast services. Hey there, restaurant pros. David Scott Peters here, creator of the Restaurant Prosperity Formula. And hey man, we've got to become better. We've got chain restaurants out there to kick our ass, and we know we're better than them. But are we? Are we consistent in our product, the delivery of our service? Are we doing things a certain way every single day, ensuring that when a guest walks in the first time and they have a great experience, that whether it's the second, third, or 100th or 1,000th time they've walked in your building, they got the same damn experience. They love coming to you and dining with you. Well, that's what we've got to get to, right? We've got to put the systems in place to be like the chain restaurants. Impose your will without being there. So when we talk about restaurant management, you've literally got to figure out what you need to do. Well, I know what it is. Do you know what makes a chain successful? The secret is systems. There is a system, a process, a way to doing anything and everything in your business. I'll give you an example. My son, when he was in high school, worked for one of the Yum brands, right? Yum brands has over 14,000 restaurants all over the world. One of the brands that he worked for was Taco Bell. And I talked to Tyler and be like, hey, Tyler, how's work going? Oh, fine. I learned how to rehydrate meat. Well, that's a whole nother story, right? But the fact of the matter is, he had to do things a certain way. That in that Taco Bell, it was the same taco, the same product somewhere else. Now, would any of us sit there and go, wow, Taco Bell is a quality product? Well, it is an extremely quality product in the sense that it's the same every single time, but it isn't the high-end stuff we have in our fine dining restaurant, our casual concept. The product is not better, but it's consistent. And the unfortunate reality is, for many of us, the chains kick our ass because they're consistent. They put a system, a process, and way to make sure the guest gets the same experience, the same foods, same flavor profile, same portion control, same style of service, cleanliness is there, right? There's a system for all that. We can't just wing as independents. We've got to follow what the chains do. Because, oh, by the way, when you do that, you make the money you deserve. It's absolutely amazing. Think about it again. There are some chain restaurants, I'm going to say are nameless, neighborhood locations. And they cook everything in a freaking microwave. It's horrendous. And they're all over the country. In fact, all over the world. And when it's a full service restaurant, when I pull up to any one of them, I don't go in anymore, but the fact of the matter, it has probably been a decade plus, almost two. But when I pull up, there are lines of people. They have literally a line to go in. Now, this is pre-COVID, right? Nobody has lines right now, although we're now seeing restaurants being opened up again, 50% or better, depending on where you are. But the fact of the matter is, how is it pre-COVID? This restaurant that food sucks, comes from a microwave, have lines of people because they suck the same way every single day. And we laugh about it internally like, oh, ha, ha. But when I go to your restaurant, it's sometimes the portion this big and sometimes it's this big, right? Because Sally worked the line, she grabbed French fries and put, 4 ounces on a plate. Then Lurch one day grabs 8 ounces and throws it on a plate. It's that inconsistency that, one, loses you money because it doesn't follow the recipe cost card. 2, loses you sales, which loses you money because the guest can't figure out, hey, one day I like the dish, one day I don't like the dish. Right? We've got to go out of our way to implement a system, a process, a way to doing anything and everything. Why? How do chain restaurants, when I refer to my son working for the Yum brands, 14,000 locations, how is it that they have no owners in them? They impose their will without being there. By having your system, your process, your way, you have a trainable system. You have trainable results. When you lose people, you can have a trained replacement. That's the key. There is a system, a process, a way to doing anything and everything in your business. That's how you do it. You make sure you put systems in place for everything you do. Hey, if you want to learn more about the concepts that make independent restaurants successful, sign up for my 4-part video learning series where I go into this in more depth. The link is in the description below. Also, be sure to subscribe to get my weekly tips and watch these 2 videos to learn more about how to successfully run a restaurant.